Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that's secretly running your life. I'm talking about a biological mechanism that's making huge decisions for you before your conscious mind even gets a vote. So let's just start with this really provocative idea from our source material. It's this. Right now, as you're watching this, your body is betraying what you want, and not in some metaphorical sense, but literally, biologically. Every time you try to reach for more in your life, more success, more connection, more peace, your own body could be the very thing slamming on the brakes. So what's actually going on here? What's behind this biological betrayal? Well, it all comes down to a secret vote, one that's happening inside you every single second of every single day. And the majority voter in that election, it's this incredible thing called the vagus nerve. You can think of it as this massive information highway, but here's the wild part. It sends 10 times more information from your body to your brain than the brain sends back. That's why our source for today calls it the God nerve, because it has this almost divine level authority over your existence. Your body is literally outvoting your brain 10-1 on what reality you get to experience. Okay, so if this nerve has so much power, how in the world did it get programmed? Where did it learn what to vote for? Well, our source material uses this brilliant, simple metaphor, a thermostat. I want you to imagine for a second that your nervous system's default setting is like a thermostat. But here's the catch. This thermostat wasn't installed today in your current life. Nope. It was installed way, way back in the room of your childhood, and it's been set to that original temperature ever since. Now, if you grew up in a warm room, a place where you felt safe, seen, where your needs were consistently met, your thermostat is probably set to calm. But for so many of us, that thermostat was installed in a cold room, a place of scarcity, maybe threat, or where love felt conditional. The result? Even if you're now an adult living in a perfectly safe, warm house, that old thermostat is still screaming, danger, and pumping out survival signals, absolutely convinced you're about to freeze. And this is where it gets really mind-blowing. This internal setting, this thermostat, isn't just about how you feel inside. It actually creates a measurable, physical field of influence that affects the people and the world around you. Check this out. A really fascinating study put two groups of people under the exact same stressful situation. For the average earners, their vagus nerve pretty much shut down. It sent them straight into panic mode, survival brain. But the wealthy individuals, something totally different happened. Their vagus nerve actually activated. They got calmer, more focused, and they could access the creative, strategic parts of their brain. And the most crucial part here is that this wasn't genetic. It was a learned biological response, a different thermostat setting. So this regulated state, it isn't just some vague feeling inside you. It's an actual physical broadcast. When your vagus nerve is regulated, it helps your heart generate a coherent, ordered electromagnetic field. And just how far does this broadcast reach? Get this, research from the HeartMath Institute has measured this field extending up to 15 feet out from your body. That's not a metaphor, that's physics. You are influencing a huge space around you.
This is the science behind what we used to call presence or charisma. You know how some people just make you feel calm by being around them? This is why. Your regulated nervous system can literally, physically co-regulate and calm down the nervous systems of people near you. It means that when you do the work to heal yourself, you're not just doing it for you. It becomes a collective act. You are literally changing the energy of every room you walk into.
So here is the really good news. If this is all a learned program, if it's just an old thermostat setting, then it can be reprogrammed. We can adjust it. And the source material for this explainer gives us a fantastic biological toolkit to do just that. Now, the key to these techniques is they don't rely on you thinking your way to calm. They speak the body's language. Things like a morning vagal anchor, a specific breathing pattern with humming to set your baseline for the day, or an emergency exhale to instantly hit the off switch on that fight or flight response. Even something as simple as a 30-second cold water blast on your face and neck. These are all ways to bypass the conscious mind and talk directly to the nerve itself. But, and this is a huge but, as you start doing this work, you have to understand something really, really important. Your system is going to fight back. Change is unfamiliar, and your biology does not like unfamiliar. There's a really predictable 48-hour window. In the first hour, you do the exercise, you feel great, calm, relief. But then comes the backlash. Over the next 2 to 12 hours, your old pattern resists. Anxiety might spike. It feels like it's not working. And honestly, this is where most people give up. But if you can just push through that discomfort, you enter the integration window. This is where your nervous system starts to go, okay, maybe this new calm thing is safe after all. And the real goal here isn't to just get through that window one time. It's about doing it again and again and again across all the different parts of your life. At work, in social situations, when you're alone, you're basically teaching your thermostat a new normal. And the sources suggest that with about 90 days of consistent practice, that regulated, calm state can become your new default. And when that happens, everything changes. You go from feeling like you're at the mercy of reality, just reacting to whatever life throws at you, to realizing that you are the broadcast. You are the one sending out the signal that shapes your reality. So this whole idea really reframes where your true power comes from. It's not just in positive thinking or affirmations. Those are great, but the real control panel is in your biology. It's in the tone of this single, incredible nerve. So the question to leave you with is this. If your nervous system is the broadcast that creates your reality, what frequency are you choosing to transmit today?